Okay. All right. So, Dudley, the first thing we need to do is fund your account, right?
Yeah.
So let's click on that green button that says top up.
Okay.
All right. And you're using Bitcoin, right?
Right.
All right. So right here, you need to just change the amount to how much you want to fund.
Okay.
All right. Yep. Hit that. Hit that green bar. All right. So here is where it's showing you the QR code,
Mhm.
um, the amount. So if you were entering it manually, here it's showing you like the amount, um, showing you the Bitcoin address you'd be sending it to. You're using Cash App, right?
Right.
So with Cash App, you are able to scan the QR code
Okay. To
on the
go.
screen. If you're sending it like from your phone,
Okay.
you can go to. So if you open up Cash App, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just trying to do it now on mine.
Go to Cash App.
So you open up Cash App, you go to where your Bitcoin is,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You see that arrow
Mm-hmm.
for sending Bitcoin, and hit that. It'll ask you, you're going to send, receive Bitcoin. You're going to hit send Bitcoin,
Okay.
right?
So when I go into my app, my Cash App, it goes to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin it has the dollar amount, and then it says buy, sell, and then an arrow.
Yes. Hit the arrow.
Okay.
Now, up in the right-hand corner, there's like a square type of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that, and that's going to activate your camera and should allow you to scan the QR code.
Okay. So when I press the arrow, then it says send Bitcoin or receive Bitcoin. So which one do I?
Yeah, you want to do send.
Oh,
I'm trying does it want you to put the amount in yet?
yes, it does. So it
All
it
right.
will do that. So
So
okay,
what you want to do is I always try to put in the exact amount that it's asking for there because Cash App is going to apply the fees automatically.
okay,
So you're still going to send that correct amount, but the amount that's going to come out probably end up being like a $3 or $4 more. So you're
okay,
probably going to end up costing around probably 280 to send
okay,
the 275. All
okay.
right. So for the amount, does yours have the dollar sign or is it the Bitcoin sign there?
It has the. I'm able to put the dollar amount in there.
All right, so hit that the right underneath there. There is a little arrow. I'm just trying to. There's a little arrow because what you want is you want it to. Where's my camera? I don't know if you can see it because of the way this is set up. All right, you want it where it has the dollar amount right underneath it. It has the Bitcoin amount.
So
Click on that so the Bitcoin amount is the big number.
so the big no, it says send Bitcoin, and then it has some other numbers. Then it says BTC available, and then
Right.
so I switched it. I switched the so it says BO dot
Okay.
00 like that, and
Yes, that's what you want. So
okay.
you want to put dot 00411660.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. Then you can hit that square up in the corner and scan that QR code.
Okay. Select go with the draw speed. Oh, okay.
Yes. So
Which one do I
for
want?
what we're doing now, what are the fee they want for the top one for the priority?
$3 and $3.
Okay. So choose that. So it's
Okay.
going to charge you $3 extra, but it's going to go through faster.
Right. Okay. To do that, confirm wallet, confirm and send. Then it's asking for my code. Okay, that was easy.
All right, so say that it's sent.
Yes.
All right, cool. So it's going to take a couple minutes for it to get there. In the meantime, we can still set you up to do the copying, or at least get you in place to do the copying. All right. So now, click on the left-hand side. Just click on trading all the way to the left. Yeah, yeah, right. Trading. Yep, and go to quick trading real account. All right. Now on the right-hand side here, you see where it says social trading, all the way to the right. This list of icons. Yep, social trading. You're gonna click on that. And this drop down list here, which says top ranked traders for 24 hours, click on that drop down. Click on the little arrow next to it. Yep. And click on search. And let me find that number. It is all right. So in that search, enter user ID, type in 1700366 8.
Okay, you said, oh, there I go. Okay.
There you go. And then click on Claude's name. All right. So right now, you don't have you see where it says watch and message.
Hmm.
So once your money hits your account, you'll have another button here that says copy. But right now, just click on watch. Okay. So that will allow you to get back here. So you can go ahead and click the X to clear out of this, close it. And then over here on the right-hand side where it says search, and that drop down is at, click on that on the drop down, right? And you go down to list of watched traders. So that's how you'll be able to find it later once the money hits your account and you want to start copying it.
Hmm.
You can just click on that. Click on Claude's name, and then when you click on his name next time, it'll say copy, stop watching, message, so on and so forth. So that's that. So you can click on the X. So that's how you can go back and find it later.
Okay.
Um, so that's really how the copying is set up. So the way it's going to work is all the trades that the EA is on Claude's. I call this the master account.
Hmm.
And the EA is attached to that account, and it does various trades. It starts at like $1.10, and it uses the martingale strategy. And so if it loses the dollar trade, the next trade will take will be like $2. The next trade will be $4. Next trade will be $8. So on and so forth. It keeps doubling until it wins, and that brings us right back up to the level we were at. So unlike sort of like traditional forex, where you'll have a drawdown, it may take more than one trade to get you back up. With this, the way this EA is set up with binary options is, you can take a series of losses, but as soon as you win that next trade, you're right back at even par. Actually, you'll be up a little bit because it's taking the trades to try to still get a winning percentage money there.
Okay.
So there is, and of course, like anything, there does not win every trade, but it does win more than it loses. So
Right.
that's been good. Yesterday, we had it on for about a half an hour, and I believe we did 23% um, in a half an hour. And then today we did another good chunk of profit also.
Mhm.
So actually, it might have been another. I don't know, I have to look at the numbers, but yeah. it worked out well.
Okay.
So I mean that is it in a nutshell. All right, so Dovey, now that the the funds are here, in the first part we set it up so you were watching Claude's trade. So now go back to social trading on the right hand side,
Oh, there. Okay.
right? In that drop down, you're gonna click on list of watch traders, and then you click on Claude's name. And now you see how it says copy now. Remember
Mhm.
before it just said watch and message. So now it says copy. So
Mhm.
click on stop watching and click on copy. So now these are the copy settings. So a couple of things here. First, where it says copy in proportion. So it says 100%. So that means that if Claude places a $10 trade, your account's going to place a $10 trade. $20, you're going to place a $20 trade. If he pays $1, your account's going to place a $1 trade, right?
Okay.
You can change this so that, for instance, say this master account gets really big to the point where it's $1,000 or something like that, and the trades start getting bigger. So 1% of $1,000 is a $10 trade. You may go, well, I don't want to do a $10 trade. You know, you can make this like say 50%. So if Claude places a $10 trade, your account will place a $5 trade.
Right.
So it'll work in proportion that way. The minimum trade amount is $1. So say for instance you say, well, I want to do 50% of his trade amount, but he places a $1 trade. So that would be 50 cents for you. Your account won't place that trade
Right.
because the minimum trade amount is $1. You would have to wait until he places a $2 trade, then your account will take it.
Okay.
Um, so that's just how that works with the proportion. 100 is the limit, the max. I tried to do like 200 so that you could place a higher amount of trade than what he's placing, but the system doesn't work like that. So that's something we learned yesterday.
Okay.
Um, Minimum trade amount is $1. You can change that. You can say, hey, I don't want to place any trades that are less than $4 or $5. And if Claude's account places a $1 $2 trade, your account won't bother to copy it until it starts to place a $4 or $5 trade, something like that. Generally, leave it at $1 because the EA we're using starts at $1 and it will win several $1 trades in a row. So
Okay.
you want to keep that there. For stop balance, this is saying where you want to stop trading at. Say for instance, we just have a bad streak and it just loses, loses, loses. So you have $275 in there right now, right? You may go, all right, you know what? If it gets down to $75, just to stop copying it.
Yeah. Let me do
So
that.
that's where you can set the stop balance at. So now, here's the caveat with that though. The way the EA works, like I explained earlier, is that it works in the martingale style. So if it takes a $1 trade and it loses, the next trade will be a $2 trade.
Mm-hmm.
If it loses that, it'll be a $4 trade, an $8 trade. Um,
Also, it doubles up.
yeah, it doubles up every time it loses. It doubles up to make up that lost ground.
Oh, that's what.
So,
Okay. Okay.
so we call that a drawdown.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there are times where it'll get kind of scary. It'll go like, all right, now it's placing a $90 trade. So for instance, you placed that, you said that stop balance is at 100. It may get to the point where you have, $100 or $90 left in that account because we're in a bigger trade, and something like that. So if that happens and it loses that trade and tries to go to the next trade, your account won't
Mm.
take it. So
Okay.
you have to be careful with that. Um, so I never tell people what to do with their money, but you have to be careful with that stop setting that stop balance. You go, all right, if it starts to lose, I want to stop it at $100, but that next trade may bring it all the way back up,
Right,
or that next trade may lose it.
right, right,
It's all about risk management and what you feel comfortable with.
right. Okay.
So that's very important. The risk management piece. What do you feel comfortable with? The golden rule is never trade with money you can't afford to lose.
Right.
You know, max copy amount. Sort of same thing. Just the opposite for trades. If because I remember I said every time it loses, it doubles.
Mm-hmm.
And you might say, you know what? I don't want to get too crazy. If it starts to get to 20, 40, $80 a trade, I don't want to do that. So you can say that, my max trade amount is like $20.
Mm-hmm.
However, when doing that, you need to understand though that so it takes a $20 trade and it loses, the next trade is going to be $40. It may win that $40 trade and go back up, but you
Right.
won't take that $40 trade because you said I don't want any trades higher than $20.
Right.
Or it could take that $40 trade and lose, then you saved yourself some grief. So
Right.
that's another thing that comes with the risk management stand, how you want to manage that and what your expectations are. If you leave it at unlimited, it will just match 100% to whatever the master account is doing.
Mhm.
And that is that for this section. And then under here is just a synopsis of it. You're going to copy 100% of the providers. Trade amount, your minimum is $1. It's going to stop when you get down to $1, and the max amount is unlimited. And then you just hit confirm, and you're all set. You hit the X to close out. And then if you hit trades on the right-hand side, so right here it says open trades. When the EA starts trading, you'll see the trades show up here
Okay.
as the EA is doing them.
Okay.
And then as they close out, they'll be underneath the close tab.
Okay.
And that's it. You're all
Good.
set.
Okay.